I still try to make people happy, and I still want to live in peace and harmony and have networks of people who collaborate and do all those things. The thing is that way of life is under threat, and we in Estonia, people on the eastern flank of NATO, feel it. Obviously not as hard as people in Ukraine still, but we need to push back on the threats that danger us. And it's less about like what do I spend the time on. My job is, and what I see my role in all of this is to back the most ambitious founders who are solving the biggest problems, and many of them have decided that this is the problem of our generation that we need to solve in order to continue with a happy, open, liberal democracies in Europe. AI is definitely something that has entered this toolbox of solutions, and is especially for smaller countries. You have to be smart about how you solve things. Like if you look at the specific military threat from the east on Europe, like if you just compare the headcount of the adversary's armies and ours, we would be disadvantaged. And that, for me, that just means that we need to be way smarter about how do we apply technologies on defending ourselves. There are things in Europe which I think we are too critical of, where we actually don't have a problem. Like Europe absolutely has the talent we need. We have the AI scientists, we have the engineers, we have the mechanical engineers and software engineers. We do have a number of people in dozens of cities around Europe starting new companies. Like in many of those dimensions, the absolute numbers of new company creation and talent in specific fields is larger than in the US, and we just need to capitalize that. Where we have lacked as Europe is how do we grow that talent into increasingly global champions in their fields? How do they build the largest companies? How do they build the solutions that the rest of the world will actually use? And somehow there, I think it's about self-belief and can we, and sort of this sort of looking up to our friends in the US and thinking that they will solve many problems for us. It feels like that era is over, and so Europe is standing up tall and building our own technologies for the sovereignty, and it's not just for Europe, but for the world. Estonia has been building early stage tech companies or startups. Basically, Skype started more than around 25 years ago now. So in this quarter of a century, we've gone from nobody knows what a startup is to a few percentage points of the working population working in early stage tech companies. These early stage tech companies contribute to like 4, 5, 6% of Estonian GDP already. And that corner of the economy is growing a quarter, like 25% a year, which is 10 times faster than the overall economy. And so you can look at that and say that that's the minimum viable country. Like we just need to do that in Europe, and we already have a playbook for that.